Vasyl Lomachenko, a name that strikes fear into his opponents and admiration from fans worldwide. Known for his unmatched footwork and rapid-fire punches, Lomachenko's jab isn't just a weapon, it's the key to unlocking his deadly punch combinations. In this video, we'll break down how his jab sets up devastating punches and why it's one of the most dangerous tools in boxing today. Let's dive in. Before we get into it, if you love deep dives into the art of boxing, like this video and subscribe to our channel. We bring you the best analysis of boxing legends every week. Hit that bell icon to stay updated. Now let's explore how Lomachenko's jab isn't just a punch, it's a chess move that sets up his signature combinations and leaves his opponents 2 steps behind. Lomachenko's jab is more than a straightforward attack. It's a multi-purpose tool designed to disrupt, confuse, and create opportunities. To understand how it becomes the foundation of his killer combinations, let's first examine his setup. Lomachenko's footwork is legendary, and his jab is an extension of his constant movement. Unlike traditional boxers who rely on predictable rhythms, Lomachenko uses lateral steps and quick pivots to position himself at advantageous angles. This keeps his opponent guessing and constantly resetting, unable to predict where the next punch will come from. His jab isn't just about connecting, it's about dictating the tempo of the fight and forcing his opponents into uncomfortable positions where they can't establish their own rhythm. In his fight against Guillermo Rigondeaux, Lomachenko showcased this brilliantly, using his jab both as a measuring tool and a weapon to dominate the ring. His execution of the jab is all about precision and timing rather than raw power. Rigondeaux, a master technician himself, found it nearly impossible to counter Lomachenko's jab because of the Ukrainian's footwork and angles. Lomachenko's jab wasn't just setting up his combinations, it was actively breaking Rigondeaux's game plan apart piece by piece. That precision is what makes Lomachenko's jab so deadly, but it's only the beginning of what he brings to the table. Let's dive into how he uses it to dismantle his opponents with relentless combinations. Once the jab lands, Lomachenko is already inside his opponent's defense, unleashing flurries of punches from unexpected angles. A typical sequence might start with a jab, followed by a straight left and a sharp right hook, all executed while pivoting out of range to avoid counters. His jab also sets the stage for uppercuts and body shots, especially when it forces his opponent to raise their guard, leaving their midsection exposed. Lomachenko's ability to chain his punches together seamlessly after the jab is a result of years of disciplined training and an unparalleled understanding of timing. When his jab lands, he doesn't give his opponent time to react. He's already moving into position for the next punch. This ability to transition so smoothly from one attack to another gives him a fluidity in the ring that very few boxers can match. In his fight against Jorge Linares, this mastery of timing and variation allowed Lomachenko to close the distance effectively and secure a fight-ending body shot in the 10th round. It all started with the jab, which disrupted Linares' defensive posture, creating the opening Lomachenko needed to land the decisive blow. The jab wasn't just a setup, it was a psychological tool, forcing Linares to second-guess his every move, which ultimately led to his downfall. Speaking of finishing the fight, Lomachenko's jab isn't just about offense, it's a vital defensive tool. Let's see how he uses it to neutralize his opponent's attacks while keeping himself out of harm's way. The defensive aspect of Lomachenko's jab is just as impressive. By jabbing and immediately slipping or pivoting, he can avoid return fire while positioning himself for another attack. Even in challenging fights like his bout with Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko relied on his jab to break his opponent's rhythm and mount a late-game comeback. Although he didn't emerge victorious in that fight, Lomachenko's jab was critical in helping him regain control of the later rounds and showcase his resilience against a younger, stronger opponent. Beyond the technical mechanics, Lomachenko's jab is a psychological weapon. It frustrates his opponents, forcing them to overcommit or hesitate, creating more opportunities for him to capitalize. Fighters like Anthony Crolla and Nicholas Walters found themselves mentally defeated long before the final bell because Lomachenko's jab disrupted their plans and made them feel outclassed at every turn. Whether it's controlling the pace, setting up combinations, or evading counters, Lomachenko's jab is his ultimate weapon in the ring. But what makes it so effective isn't just the jab itself, it's the way he uses it as part of a larger strategy. One of the key aspects of Lomachenko's jab is how he uses it to manipulate distance. Against taller opponents like Luke Campbell, Lomachenko had to overcome a significant reach disadvantage. He used his jab not only to close the gap, but also to disrupt Campbell's long-range attacks. By feinting with the jab, Lomachenko baited Campbell into overextending, leaving him vulnerable to counterattacks. Once inside, Lomachenko's combinations overwhelmed Campbell, proving that even against physically imposing opponents, his jab remains a critical tool. Another element that makes Lomachenko's jab so effective is its unpredictability. He varies the speed, angle, and intensity of his jabs, making it nearly impossible for opponents to anticipate. Sometimes it's a light touch to measure distance. Other times, it's a snapping shot designed to stun. This constant variation keeps his opponents off balance and hesitant to commit to their own attacks. Finally, Lomachenko's jab serves as the glue that holds his entire boxing strategy together. Whether he's setting traps, creating openings, or defending against incoming shots, the jab is always at the center of his game plan. It's not just a weapon, it's a philosophy, a representation of Lomachenko's belief in precision, intelligence, and adaptability in the ring. In every fight, Lomachenko's jab serves as a reminder that boxing isn't just about power, it's about strategy, timing, and execution. It's a tool that has elevated him to the top of the sport, earning him a reputation as one of the most technically gifted boxers of his generation. And as long as he continues to use his jab to control the ring, Lomachenko will remain a force to be reckoned with. We've seen how Lomachenko uses his jab to dominate offensively, set traps, and defend with precision. But what truly sets him apart is how he blends all these elements into a seamless strategy, turning every fight into a tactical masterclass. Let's wrap up with why his jab is more than just a punch. It's the ultimate tool in his arsenal. Lomachenko's jab is more than just a punch. It's a masterclass in boxing strategy. From controlling the ring with his footwork to setting up his lethal combinations, every jab he throws is a step toward victory. What do you think makes Lomachenko so dangerous in the ring? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow boxing fans. Until next time, keep your gloves up and your eyes on the prize.